Good morning, everybody. You are currently listening to a Tall Girls podcast hosted by a tall girl named India. I hope you guys are doing super amazing this week as we are currently entering the end of the week. Honestly, I hope you guys are doing super awesome this month and this year. I can't believe we're already halfway through January. Well, by now, more than halfway. But I feel like time just really flew by quickly. I feel like just yesterday, I was on my bed in my sweatpants, probably like everybody else, watching TV, waiting for the ball to drop. Well, if you're in New York City, waiting for the ball to drop. If you're part of the world, probably something different. But if you're in New York City, you were definitely in your sweatpants, your pajamas, with a cup of tea or hot cocoa, watching TV, screaming 3, 2, 1. I don't know. These times have been crazy, and I honestly could not picture me spending the countdown to 2022 like this. But hey, things change in a blink of an eye. But I'm seeing all of these memes recently that are like, phew, what a year it's been. And I'm sitting here looking at them like it's just January. We're still in January. But I mean, I guess that's the point. I guess it's to say that this year is already not going according to plan for some people. But I honestly feel like there's still hope. It's super early. Just a little bit more than halfway through January. We still have the other 11 months after this. There's still time to do what you plan to do, still time to change everything you wanted to change. So, yeah. Anyways, today I wanted to talk about something that I feel like a lot of tall women go through quite often, very often. But I feel like don't really talk about a lot, or at least I haven't seen too much of it. But I just wanted to share some of my experiences just being on social media for how long have I been doing this? Since last June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January. Wow. Basically about 8 months, about 7 to 8 months. And things have been very interesting on social media, and just me projecting how proud I am about my height and literally proclaiming to many people on the internet that I am tall. But super quick, I just want to say a few disclaimers. I'm going to be talking about fetishes, and I know that some of my audience is in the 12 to 18-year-old range. And I don't know if you or even your parents would be comfortable with you guys hearing about stuff like that. I mean, I still feel like it's important to talk about it because no matter what age any tall girl is, she's going to experience it at some point in time. That's kind of why I wanted to talk about it, I guess, just to bring some type of awareness to it, to just kind of say, you're most definitely not alone. But if you are not comfortable with this, please click off immediately because I am going to be getting right into this. And I also want to say, fetishes are not necessarily a bad thing as long as it's healthy. If it gets to an unhealthy rate, please get some help because a lot of these can turn into something that's very unhealthy for some people, including what I'm about to talk about. But I'm not saying it's anything bad. I'm not talking down on anybody's fetishes. You do you be happy, do whatever makes you happy. But also try not to force people into something that may make them uncomfortable. But we'll just get into this right now. So, if you don't know what a fetish is, it's kind of like an obsession of something, or more commonly known as a strong sexual desire of something. I feel like the most known fetish of this day and age is a foot fetish. I guess to give an example, like some people like to look at feet pictures and videos, etc. Yeah, I'm gonna say this again. I don't want to make fun of or mock anyone's fetish because every person has their own thing. So please don't take this the wrong way, but I'm simply just going to be stating my experiences kind of to provide some type of awareness to this matter and to just let other tall girls know that they're not alone in this matter. Like, yes, I go through this too, but recently I've been getting quite a few messages on social media, and this isn't even the first time because earlier when I first started, I have gotten comments under posts that are like, tall girls with hard eyes emoji, or show me your long legs. And then there are, of course, DMs, messages asking for feet pictures and videos of me walking in heels. And this is done predominantly by men, but I would not rule out women doing this too. I'm just sure that it's not as prevalent as men, as seen in men. I have not personally experienced this from a woman, but I wouldn't be surprised if I did, because if this is a thing in general, I'm pretty sure it's just both sides of the spectrum that have this type of fetish. And much of these people that have a fetish for, I guess, tall women or tall people in general, but I'm just going to stick with tall women right now because that's personally firsthand what I have experience in. They usually refer to these tall women as a giantess, which is a huge woman, a tall woman who likes to dominate their partner or partners. They usually wear these enormous heels and like to crush their partners or make it seem as though they are and completely dominate them. And if that's for you, then you go, girl, okay? But I personally find it creepy to just say random things and ask for videos from a complete stranger that you don't know. If it's your partner and you guys share these fantasies, then go right ahead. But to a complete stranger, I don't know, like, you don't know anything about me or what I do in life. Like, you just know my height and you just randomly message me for personal pictures. I could literally be an axe murderer. I could use that opportunity to hack into your phone or scam you for money. Heck, while I'm recording this, I'm literally getting follow notifications from feed accounts. I don't know. I just want to be able to post on social media without being sexualized because of my height. I just want to happily be tall without unintentionally feeding someone's fetish to the point that you would just randomly ask me creepy questions and for personal videos, or ask of my shoe size, or if I could take pictures in heels. It just really makes me uncomfortable. And this is probably a good reason why I'm doing this episode, because I'm pretty sure it makes a lot of other tall women uncomfortable. And they may feel like, oh, why is this only happening to me? This is only happening to me. Do other people go through this too? And it's like, the truth is, there's not a lot of tall women out there. What is it, like 12 or even less than 12% of the female population is actually tall, like above the average height of a woman in the world? So it can feel easy to think that you're the only one because there's not a lot of people, not a lot of women who are tall. So it's kind of hard to find somebody to talk to about this that share the experiences with you, and trying to find ways to, I don't know, combat it. But tall women don't exist for your fantasies. I just want to say our height does not exist for your weird thoughts. We do not exist for your pleasure. Honestly, women in general don't exist for your pleasure. And I don't want to hear anything about, oh, then don't post about your height, or don't wear heels, don't post pictures in heels, blah, 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 because I should not have to limit what I post. I should not have to limit what I wear. And I should not have to limit what I do just so I can have a little bit more respect from you. Just so you can respect me and my body. Just a little bit more. And to all my tall girls listening, especially the younger ones, please, please, please be careful on social media. It is honestly a weird world out there. If you notice anything fishy, make sure you report the person on the app itself. Make sure you block them. And I actually saw this feature when I was blocking, yes, I block people. When I was blocking people, that you can block them and any other accounts that they may make. I think it's probably because of the email address or phone number that is tied to or whatever. Make sure you block them, report them. If it gets serious, make sure you tell somebody that you trust, an adult that you trust, or even if it gets bad to the point where they're like harassing you, like go to the police. And just know that you're not alone. So if this has happened to you, let me know. Share your thoughts, share your experiences, comment, leave a review, the usual, And thank you so much for listening. As always, follow me on my socials at A Tall Girls Podcast for daily tall girl content. I know I've been doing some stuff that is not body positivity, body confident related, but I also want to add a little different types of things to my content. I want to add, yes, the body positive stuff, but I also want to add the real world stuff, like how tall women are fetishized and how we can be uncomfortable with that. And I also want to provide tips on clothing, shopping, I should say, stuff like that. So I want to add a variety to this podcast as well. But I will definitely be going back to body confidence, tips, and self-acceptance. So don't you worry. Let me know what you think of this episode. Let me know what you want me to do next. And I will catch you in the next one. Good night and goodbye.